just back from the beach and I have a confession. And the confession is that I did not post a video yesterday. How could this be? I'd made the commitment and I even posted about commitment on this very channel. And I'm calling myself out. I didn't actually have recollection of not posting until being in a Kundalini yoga class this morning at the beach. And incredible Kundalini yoga instructor. I'm very blessed to have been guided by her in moments of life, and her husband. Incredible beings, incredible people. She's 82 and I'm not sure on his vintage, but beings with wisdom and so much love. And in that class that I had the remembering, it called forward wisdom and love. Because once upon a time, I'd have been hard on myself. And another time, I might have said, it doesn't matter. And the wisdom is about very simple things that we can all do. Maybe the consistent time to post, to record, a consistent time to edit. Maybe it is to automate and record a block of content and have that automated rather than doing it daily, which I have been doing based on the inspiration in the moment. So the wisdom is that there are many ways to ritualize actually this act of pouring forth the heart and these transmissions. And at a deeper layer, and I say this cautiously, the wisdom to accept the perfection in what is. And we must be so careful with that, because it's not about saying, oh, well, it doesn't matter that I don't do this thing that I committed that I would do. Or it doesn't matter that I forgot. Maybe someone forgot to pick up their child from school. And that happens, actually. It was a client of mine. And they actually had forgot to pick up their child from school. They were focused on other things. And that's what occurred yesterday. So I was at an event and I thought it'd be great for the channel if I create more diverse environments for sharing the content. And it was a beautiful environment. So I thought I'll film when I arrive. So I arrived, and then of course I saw some people I knew. Next thing, we were in the experience. I thought, it's okay, I'm going to have a break between the event and dinner. And then that emerged not to be true. And I would have thought usually I'd be back from dinner earlier. And it was a very inspiring conversation associated with a particular project, as well as deep human connection. And in that human connection, there was great joy. And so it continued far beyond anticipation. And I got to bed far later than I usually do. So it didn't even cross my mind that I hadn't done this. So it's not about being excusing of what we really could do. There is an awareness that actually it was perfect. I had the best day ever. And this is the wisdom and love, because the love allows me to be gracious and grateful, faithful to this mission, forgiving in a very authentic way, that things occurred as they occurred, and I'm not going to make it wrong. I do acknowledge that it was possible to process the content and record something yesterday. But I'm also going to acknowledge the perfection in what is, the love to thyself, and then what actually emerged, which will be the following video, was a moment with a friend on the beach and deciding to record twice today because I hadn't recorded yesterday, meaning that this emergence occurred with her. And that was an entirely different dynamic that's now opened up a new opportunity in something that will flow through. So you see, it's all connected. And the key is to really feel for the authentic truth, because that is what was guiding me yesterday. And that's what's been guiding today. And that showed even on the yoga mat. The instructor asked me after class, she said, why didn't you do I can't remember her exact word, but any of the moves, I was present. Yet I wasn't moving my body temple biomechanically in such a way that I was invited to do so. Most of the time I was sitting and meditating. And I shared with her, it was the authentic truth. Numb. It was the deepest truth that was available to me in the moment. And I shared that. And I shared that when I was younger, or at different chapters of my life, I would have been the last one to stop. I would have done my best to be the first to finish, or at least, and I'm paraphrasing, by the way, it's not verbatim, that actually there would have been approving energy. And more recently in my life, and it actually occurred in a powerful way in a class that she did years ago, I just didn't do what she asked me to do. It was okay. And I remember being in the class, I actually began to cry. I'm not sure if she ever saw this or noticed that it was okay to really listen to the truth that was present. Not the voice, the ego saying, oh, you can't do this, stop. No. The actual authentic, deep truth that, I don't know how many years ago it was, but some time ago, there's nothing you need to do to prove yourself to anyone or anything. Just be. And when I really landed that, I remember it brought tears through the body. And so today, I had the awareness of such an experience, just to be. And the whole point of Kundalini yoga, or any yoga, as I witness and receive, experience, and so forth, is to be in union. And I was already there. And actually, there was no efforting required. And there was a tenderness saying, you don't need to do this. It wasn't even like a voice. It was just like a present calm, an absence of compulsion to do it, and no aversion to some sort of perceptions to what that would mean about being a failure or a quitter. Those thoughts weren't even there. So it was a very interesting day of love, of wisdom, Kundalini yoga, union with and as divine. In fact, a husband, instructor's husband, asked how it was, and I responded divine. For a while, that would have been a word, and then a concept, and in that conception, a construct. And now I share it, speak it. I don't even know what the verb would be. I be it. So asked how I am divine. And it was so wonderful to acknowledge, or to have brought to awareness what was already there, which was pure awareness. There's another layer to this where I would have wanted to put people on a pedestal. The challenge with that is it means that even if you feel good being on one to others, eventually you realize you're just creating this strata in your hologram of someone being not only separate from you, but above or below. And I found the way back to where I always was, which was equanimous. And the invitation is to remember that though we may not be all equal in our resources or resourcefulness, in our capacity or capability, at a point in time, we are all equanimous and in some sense of equanimity and equality, in that pure potentiality and that 0 point in no time. And perhaps remember that. Be love, be wisdom, be kind to yourself, feel for the truth, and listen to that all-knowing being that is the seed within you. Maybe that means you'll move your body on the yoga mat. Maybe that means you'll post content on YouTube. Maybe it means you'll simply be in the moment and be a witness to the divinity that's emerging through it and as it.